Good morning, all. Have you ever had a drug experience that was beyond confusing, that was so disorienting, that was so frightening and complex in its facets, yet meaningless in its content? I am bringing you to a world of utter gibberish, where you merge with completely fuck. Anyways, I'm gonna talk about my limited experience with Salvia divinorum, and this was when it was legal. I was in high school. I was, I think, 14. Already pretty versed at psychedelic drugs by that age. Hey, kitty, aren't you pretty? Since we were 14, since it was legal, they're selling it at head shops, so we hang out outside this head shop until we can find a boot. We got a boot to go in there, pay this homeless guy, and he gets, can't remember what X it was, whatever is the strongest extract. Like my friend who I was with at the time, he liked this stuff. He enjoyed it. I don't know why. He just enjoyed getting high in general, so I think that's why. But he knew what was the strongest one, and so that was what he asked for. Yeah, so we go down to a location that in hindsight was like really, really poor. Not as like poor in retrospect as our next location. Not by a long shot, but it was just like, it was in the public, and it was very open, and it was hard to find a place where we were kind of closed off from everyone else, so it was a bit of a hassle, yeah, so I went first, and he fires it up, and I hold it in, smoking it out of a bong. I hold it in, and then, this was back in my Jedi days, so we are practicing by doing bong hits every day, so, I got a real big one, and I held it in, man, and oh lordy, it was like I was just plucked out of this reality and dropped into like a film canister. It was so, God, I was so confused and like disoriented, and it was just so uncomfortable, like violating levels of uncomfortability, like my joints were kind of being slammed back and forth like that. And it was like I was just getting filtered in and out of this fucking film canister. The only thing I could see of the actual world, and I couldn't tell it was the actual world at the time, was my friend's face above me. It was like this little slot like that. Meanwhile, I'm getting janked in and out of these fucking like film cartridges, and I thought his face was like some lady looking down at me like just laughing at my misery. And I don't know quite how this happened, but apparently I stood up, ran backwards like and then smacked into a homeless dude who was picking up cans and bottles, and then just like went and then like started just crawling back again. This time I was on the ground, so I was like butt scooting back until I was up against this tree, and I was like I grabbed the stick off the ground, and I go and I snap it in half, and I don't really remember what happened there except for the stick cracking part. I just remember like being surrounded by kind of whiteness, and there was like some weird definition in the whiteness that looked sort of like a white suit, like something, some sort of like oh kitty, you're so talkative. Some sort of like dinner jacket or something with the like a little cloth, a black cloth in the jacket pocket, the breast pocket. And I remember grabbing the arm of whoever was in this tuxedo thing and snapping it, but that was actually the stick. It was just like, and then I came out of it. I was like, I don't know if that was very much fun. Like, you know. No. For some reason though, some odd reason, I was undecided at that point. I was like, I don't know if I enjoyed that. Let's try again. So stupid. Oh God. Okay. So this is it only goes downhill from here. I mean, I'm just lucky that I'm saying that sort of figuratively, as opposed to, because it could have been very literal, as over the next hour, because he told me we needed to wait an hour for it to work again. We traveled to another location. We traveled to Wreck Beach, where there's this giant staircase, and it goes down like it goes down like probably like 50 feet, if not more. Probably like way more actually. And so what do? Smarty pants us, fucking sit right at the top of the stairs. Yeah, not the brightest bulbs, you know. So yeah, I get to taking another big toke, and I'm holding it in. And my vision, like, this is what my friend told me, he's like, hold it in until your vision starts to peel away. So I did that, and then all of a sudden there's this flashing, and I'm going, and I was like sitting in this bench, on this bench type thing, and I go, like back through the bench and like through the ground, and like I couldn't control the motion I was making. It was like I was in a machine, and it was just like hammering me out like that. Yeah, so it's just such an unpleasant experience, man. Like, so I go through the bench, and then I go into the ground, and I'm in the ground, and under the ground are all these like cogs and sort of pipes and like very, very like steampunk looking mechanisms, and there's a sign saying out of order on it. And I was like, oh no, reality's broken. Fuck, I'm fucked. I broke reality now. And then I start going, like out of the ground, back over the chair to where I was before. And so apparently I just like leapt up from the bench, nearly fucking missing the stairs. And I just like, this jogger was going by, and he's like, what the fuck is wrong with him, man? And my friend's like, oh, yeah, he's on Salvia. My fucking retards. And just fucking went, just kept going, stupid fucking kids. The hell are we filling their heads with these days? So I leapt out of the bench onto the ground, and I was just kind of like feeling on the ground. And what I remember from my point of view, from like insanely muddled vantage at this time, was that I was like a fragment of myself. And there was like, I remember for some reason the number 1/17 of myself sticking in my mind, because I could see all these other like fragments of myself. Kitty, are you puking? Oh, my cat just puked on the carpet. Ow! Fuck. Okay. I'll get that in a minute. God damn it. Thank you, kitty. So, yeah, 1/17 of myself, and I thought if I could because I could see like these other parts of myself, and they looked like they were made out of like gold mechanisms. Like I could see these outlines of each part of myself, and they were like split like that. Like, and all these different, 17 different fragments just going like that. And I was like, the only way I can potentially reunite myself is if I jump through all of them. And so, Salvia logic. This is what this fucking drug does to you. So I jumped through it, nearly missing the cutoff for the stairs. Like, that could have been very, very dicey. I've seen 2 people fall down those stairs once on shrooms, and fucking they were a bloody mess, both of them, by the end of it. And they only fell from maybe like halfway down. I was at the bloody top. But I remember I jumped through it, and I was on the ground, and there was this skull-type thing coming out of the ground, and I was like trying to grab it and be like, why is this happening? And then I came out of it. And I never did Salvia again, because I'm not the type of person who necessarily believes in bad trips, but like I believe there are like meaningless, pointless trips, because I've had them on Salvia and then DOB. The rest, even the 40 plus hits of acid, was a good trip, because I got to experience death and rebirth. I've got to experience myself as a baby. It was terrifying at the time, but I was still able to take some good things away from it. Not necessarily the case with the Salvia. I've tried to interpret it from different angles, but it just makes no sense. Like, I think yes, the machinescape is like one of the coolest aspects of the deepest layers of a psychedelic trip you can get to. And I've experienced it on ketamine a couple of times. And that is like way, way cooler, because it was like seeing all of these anyways, anyways. Yeah, like on ketamine, when I saw the machinescape, it was like I watched the layers of reality get pulled back, like one by one by one by one by one, and then underneath was like these industrial kind of landscapes, and I thought that was pretty cool. This was like, no, you're just fucking mushed into a machine. It was just scary. It was just scary, and it wasn't meaningful. It wasn't fun. Wouldn't recommend it. Like, would I do Salvia again? Maybe orally. Like, maybe I would do it like with the leaves or the extract, where you like put it around your gums and just let it dissolve. Like, it's supposedly much less intense that way. But yeah, I definitely didn't get a good impression, and like, especially considering I was someone so into doing fucking any drug I could at the time. And then I did Salvia, and I had multiple like instances where I could have done it again if I wanted to, but just was like, nah, not for me, thanks. I mean, that says something. That's just, yeah, not a fun time, if you ask me. Anyways, that's all I have to say about Salvia. Bye-bye. Comment, like, subscribe. Make me a very happy man. Goodbye.